Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Foxy98 here. Welcome back to my brand new F1 2017 career mode video for you guys today here on the channel. Today we are back with part 12 of my career mode season 3 here with Red Bull Racing, and we are now taking on the Belgian Grand Prix, which is my favourite track in real life, and also it's one of my favourites to drive in this game. But anyway, we're going to have a look at the R&D tree and see where we're at in terms of the overall performance of this Red Bull car. And as you can see via the vehicle performance status, we've been predominantly focusing all of our attention to the engine or to the powertrain, because that is the part where we're losing so much time compared to the AIs. But now I'm starting to have a look at some of the other pieces, e.g. for example, you can see here the aerodynamics, where we are starting to drop behind our rivals, and we're going to need to have a look at that if we're going to continue our fight with Mercedes-Benz and also with Ferrari. But as you can see then, we're going through some of the areas, and we're going to be putting in our old engine pieces for practice in order to save them. However, we are going to have to probably start running some fresher engines for practice in order to complete the programs to get more resource points to upgrade all the way until the end of the season. So yeah, that's exactly what we need to be doing. So moving things onwards then, we're starting off with the track acclimatization test. Now I did all of these practice programs, or I did 2 of them I think it was. I think I only managed to actually complete 2 programs. Now I never do the race strategy in the first place, which is like 3 or 4 laps, something like that. Never do that one. I always do the 4 other programs, and in this case I didn't actually manage to get through the fuel saving and the qualifying simulation run, just because I didn't have the pace, obviously, with the old engine pieces. So I definitely need to work on just getting the fresh engines in. Even if I have to take engine penalties, there are tracks where I can take those and try and limit my the damage caused by them. So and plus the AIs should technically have penalties to come the end of the season as well. So in theory, it shouldn't be that much of a problem. But anyway then, so we complete the practice programs, and as you can see then, we're going to be changing back to our nice fresh engine ready for qualifying. Now I'm not expecting loads out of qualifying. Now it was actually suggested to see a little bit of rain coming in the race, so I've compromised my setup more towards the race. So qualifying is going to be a little bit of a struggle, but coming towards now the bus stop chicane here, braking nice and late, getting onto the apex, and then also onto the second part of the apex here. And now we're going to make the short run towards the start finish line. It's going to be a 1 minute 44.656. Not a very competitive lap time, just a banker lap really, something just to get on the marker there and see where we're at. Into the end of this qualifying session, now you can see that we're half a second up on our best lap time so far, best 6/10 up, so making a lot of gains here as we go past Blanchiment, and now up towards the bus stop chicane we go. This time we're going to try and brake a little bit later, or even a little bit earlier, to try and get a better run, but this time been a very good run on the bus stop chicane. We're 6/10 up on our previous best time, currently in P6, to come across the line, and it is going to only be P5, which actually is fine, because that's exactly what the team set as the objective. So for the first time really in a long time in qualifying, we've actually beat the objective, and you can see here that Daniel Ricciardo fails to out-qualify the 2 Force India cars, so they're really effective in a straight line, those Force India cars. And luckily for myself, I managed to out-qualify both Force Indias here in Belgium, and now we can set our sights on hopefully getting closer to Ferrari and also Mercedes in this race. But as you can see then, we're going to listen to our goals from Emma, and she's going to tell us that we need to finish where we started, stay third in the championship at least or above, and beat Sebastian Vettel. So same old objectives, but we can try our best. So as you can see then, the Mercedes team lock out the front row, just as they have done pretty much all season long. The 2 Ferraris line up on the second row, no penalties for them this time, which is a little bit annoying, but obviously, you know, they had penalty in the last race. However, one person that does have a penalty is Esteban Ocon. Now, Ocon has dropped to, that's Romain Grosjean, sorry, Ocon down to 16th, which is very, very promising, because that now means in terms of my fight, if I don't have the pace to beat Ferrari or to beat Mercedes, then I might have to maybe defend off the likes of Perez and Ricciardo. That means that Ocon is out of the way, so... But anyway, I'm not focusing about those. I'm focusing on the drivers in front. Not really bothered about those behind. As you can see in the race, there is the rain that it is predicted to fall. I have increased my downforce to believe I'm running 5.5 wings. Normally I'd run 4.4 wings to try and give me that better top end speed. But today, you know, I just need to get the job done out front. So let's get into the formation lap and then get this race underway. So as you can see then, we are onto the grid now. We've got 4, now 5 red lights here for the Belgian Grand Prix. And it is lights out. We go here to start this Belgian Grand Prix off. And it's a very slow start from us, unfortunately. This time, not a very good one, but we've got a great run in towards last source. I'm going to tuck in very, very tight into last source, and it works perfectly here. All the way up into second place off the start, so gaining 3 positions from the start. Now we're in the slipstream of Lewis Hamilton here, making the run up towards Eau Rouge. Where can we go from here now as we blast it up Eau Rouge and now onto the Camel Straight? Let's see how our speed compares to Lewis Hamilton's speed, as you can see here. Now we're just trying to get on the power here. Hamilton pulling away though, so unfortunately I just don't have the legs. I'm trying. I'm so close to the slipstream as we come in towards this area now. Can we get a move done? No, unfortunately. Hamilton backs it off. We do a very, very robust switchback there, mounting the curb a lot, and eventually we do get the move done. Now, I slowed that down to see if that was a corner cut, and it wasn't. I had my front right wheel was still just creeping onto the track. I also went into photo mode to actually double check that I didn't corner cut anything like a cheat. But it was fine, so the switchback worked. Maybe for next time, obviously, mounting that curve a little less would be more useful. But as you can see onto lap 2, just look how fast Lewis Hamilton is. I was 7 tenths clear at the end of the first lap, and he closed that all down in one straight. And as you can see onto lap 3 now, Romain Grosjean is out of the race, but you can see that the rain is falling hard now in this track. And as you can see, the virtual safety car has also been deployed. But what I'm worried about is this rain that's falling, and it's coming down very, very quickly, and it's literally interrupted the pit window now, because this is the lap that we should be pitting for a set of super soft tyres to go to the end of the race, but we can't. It is too wet, and we are going to change our strategy. We're coming in this lap for a set of intermediates. We go very wide into the bus stop chicane, but we're coming straight into the pits now to take on a new set of intermediates, and we need to see who else is coming in. Hamilton pits, and also Vettel pits, and so does one of the Haas cars of Magnussen, and I believe that is Perez as well, coming into the pits. So now it is going to be a fight in this pit lane, but as you can see, we're waiting now. Oh no, we've been held in the pits. Oh, great. So I guess that's a little bit of karma, I suppose. Hamilton obviously was held in the pits back in Hungary, and it allowed us to stay in front of Lewis Hamilton. And here today in Belgium, well, the tides have turned, and unfortunately Lewis Hamilton is in front of us now. So we got some work to do. We've overtaken Hamilton once in this Grand Prix already, but he was all over the back of me, and it was so much faster. So I don't know what I'm going to do today in terms of trying to get that position back. Hamilton's jumped, I believe that's Pascal Wehrlein, and also Stoffel Van Dorn, whereas I've got to overtake both of them. You see the back end sliding on the exit of Eau Rouge. Van Dorn has not made a stop yet for a set of intermediate tyres, but you can see Hamilton pulling away in the distance, so I need to get a move on here. And as you can see, we're now going to go and attack Stoffel Van Dorn here. Van Dorn's lost the back end of the car under braking there, so that was a little bit shocking on that part. I thought he was going to hit me then, as we now look on the back of Pascal Wehrlein. What that replay camera angle is, I have absolutely no idea. But yeah, that was one of the weirdest camera angles I've ever seen in broadcasting mode in my life. I don't know what it was, but it's actually kind of cool. It's sort of like tracking them in a new way. But as you can see now, we're on board with Lewis Hamilton, and we're seeing how he's getting on. He now needs to overtake drivers that are on ultra softs. They are on the wrong tyres at this stage of the race. As we look back to Felipe Massa coming through Pool, and Massa's lost the back end of the car. Massa goes and spins off there. That's a little bit shocking for him as we move up, and Raikkonen's gone as well. So ultra soft runners that have stayed out an extra lap, that's dangerous. Oh, Raikkonen, don't reverse back there. Hamilton's held up perfectly there with Hulkenberg. And look at myself, I'm coming right into this pack now. Hamilton just right there in front of us. We're going to go down the inside of Hamilton into Stavelo corner. Make that one stick. Why not get Hulkenberg as well? 2 for the price of 1. Thank you very much. And that is us back into a net P1 in this Grand Prix. Out of absolutely nothing, back end slides again. And this time now we're going to go and attack Kvyat here. And we get that job done. Hamilton's still stuck behind Hulkenberg. He can't get past him, which is just shocking because Hulkenberg's on ultra soft tyres and it's on the wrong tyre compounds in this Grand Prix at the moment. So what has happened to both Lewis Hamilton, Raikkonen and Massa in all those stages there? I have no idea, but there's my teammate Ricciardo, who is already a pit stop down in this Grand Prix after just 1 lap in the, or 4 laps, sorry, in this Grand Prix, I lied. But anyway, that was a complete random chain of events. Felipe Massa lost it into Pouhon. Raikkonen lost it into the chicane. Hamilton struggled a lot. And on to lap 7, so this is 2 laps later now. Hamilton has caught right back up to me again, and this time he looks like he's getting very close here. Here comes Lewis Hamilton now, and this is just a little bit of a warning shot here. Hamilton going to keep it behind into Blanchimont. Will he go for a move into the bus stop? I've gone wide though, into Blanchimont, just lost the back end slightly. Hamilton's going to go for a move here in towards the bus stop because of my mistake. Into the chicane, we defend against Hamilton, and for the 2nd race running, the 2 title contenders go back to battle once again, which is what we want to see here. I want to be taking on my title rival and beating him fair and square in a fight. And as you can see, we're doing that here right now. On to lap 8, and the next lap, oh, that's horrible through the back end to Stavelo there. And Hamilton very, very close this time. He's actually going to go for it in towards before Blanchimont corner. And look at the power of that Mercedes car. Flies through towards Blanchimont, but now we're in the slipstream of Lewis Hamilton, and we're going to make a late breaking move into the bus stop. Don't want to do it too rash here. In we go, and this time we're just going to get it. Hamilton's still there. Need to leave him room on the second part of the apex, but we just about get it, and we're going to short shift through the gears up and towards the start-finish line. Lap 9 of 11, and Bottas is right behind us as well. So now it's going to be even harder to defend. But on to lap 11. It is now full wet conditions. The rain is absolutely thundering it down here. But we're in rich mixture. We're giving it everything now to hold off Hamilton, to hold off Bottas. I don't know who's in P4, but they're just coming out the exit of Stavelo corner. So they're miles back here. As we lose the back end on the exit of Blanchimont, that could have been horrible. That could have been race over for us. But in towards the bus stop chicane for the 11th and last time here. And you can see that I've messed up my braking points, but it's okay, I can hold it here from now on. And as you can see, we make our way up towards the start-finish line to take our second race win in a row here in Belgium. A track where I was not expecting to get a race win today, but we've managed to do it somehow. And there it is, guys, we have won the Belgian Grand Prix, which I am super happy about, and one that I was really, really relishing all the way from start till finish. And the momentum that we have built from the Hungarian Grand Prix coming through today and really helping us out. As you can see then, Christian Horner on the pit wall, absolutely ecstatic that we managed to do that one again on merit. We did it at the start, and then we got lucky, obviously, with the cars just holding up Hamilton. Honestly, I could say it now, if Hamilton was not held up by those cars, he would have shot off into the distance. Again, very similar to Hungary. The two Mercedes cars are super quick. Like, they are next level fast. And I literally am just taking every opportunity possible right now. And it works. So, yeah, as you can see, Adrian Newey is as well on the podium with me. So, yeah, obviously we had a dominant start to the season. Mercedes have responded in this mid part of the season. But now we're coming back at Mercedes once again. So, it literally, the pendulum just keeps on swinging in this championship. And this one is going to go all the way down to the wire, I hope anyway, unless there are any problems for any drivers around us. But as you can see then, having a look at the location, so it was Perez actually that finished in 4th, Vettel finishing down in 5th, and Kimi Raikkonen finishing all the way down in 15th place because he probably didn't pit under the first time around in the wet. So in the Drivers' Championship, the gap between myself and Lewis Hamilton is now 24 points, which means it is literally just a 2-horse race. Vettel is 74 points back, so he's kind of losing track now in this championship. In the Constructors' Championship, you saw that Mercedes-Benz are now the closest rivals to Red Bull, who have overtaken Ferrari, as Ferrari have dropped back in this season and really aren't that competitive. Even though they've got the best chassis on the grid and very close to the best aerodynamics, they're not really that close. But anyway, guys, that is going to wrap it up for this episode of my career mode. If you guys have enjoyed it, feel free to drop it a like. And if you're new around here as well and you enjoy the content that you watch, feel free to click the subscribe button as well. And until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Take care all. Peace.